What's up guys, Rosrubs here. You read the title, you seen the thumbnail, you know what this video is about. We're talking about the sale off-white Air Jordan 4s today. Let's get into that intro montage. These are the sale off-white Air Jordan 4s. Not a whole lot to say about these. Everybody loves them for a reason. Virgil has worked his voodoo magic yet again on another Nike sneaker, the Jordan 4, which is one of the most popular models ever, aside from the 1. There's a reason why this sneaker is so coveted and so beloved by the sneaker community, so it doesn't need very much introduction. Let's get on and talk about the details, starting with, of course, the sole. We can see mine is fairly dirty. I've worn this guy a fair amount in the past couple weeks since getting it. If you guys saw that unboxing video, then you'll remember me commenting all about this translucent gum sole. I love this hit on any sneaker. A translucent sole really does it for me. The rest of the outsole, going from top to bottom, we have this creamy beige up at the top with the stars on it. We have a touch of this more mint green color, which is pretty interesting, up around the forefoot, and then that transparent gum. On the middle of the foot, it has this white block with that mint green again being the little Nike symbol in there, and then more of the cream beige at the heel. Moving on to the midsole, we have, of course, that transparent gum sole coming up, being a prominent factor of the sole. And other than that, we have a beige layer which has the Air text on it, and then below it is just plain white. I do like that they layered it with different colors with the beige and the white and the gum, because if it was just one flat plain color, it would kind of be a little boring and it wouldn't do justice to all the different textures and layers that are on the outsole. I do like that they staggered the colors there. Editor Jared here. I know you hear this spiel from every YouTuber, but if you guys could please subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. So we can see on this little bit on the studio page, this is not a screenshot. You can see my mouse moving. 92% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed. So you could please hit that button, get that number bigger, give me a little bit of dopamine. That'd be greatly appreciated. Moving up from the sole, now we'll talk about the upper, and we'll go front to back. We'll start with the toe strap here, which is made up of this ripstop material. It's actually not entirely ripstop. It has an outer layer of ripstop and then a beige layer of fabric beneath it, which you can see if I get really close up and kind of pull it back a little bit, you can see, as well as you can see the guidelines that are underneath there. But aside from this ripstop panel, the entire rest of the upper is made up of this nubuck suede. It is a very flat suede. It's not very hairy at all, but it is very soft. You can feel the texture, and it's just lovely. And this nubuck suede makes up all of the main panels on the upper of the sneaker, making up the side panels on the out and the inner side, as well as this area on the tongue, which is underneath the laces, is this mesh netting. And this plastic mesh is nice and soft and malleable. It's pretty comfortable. Of course, on the inner side of the sneaker under this mesh netting is the signature off-white text, which reads Off-White Air Jordan 4 Beaverton, Oregon, 1989. Also on the side of the shoe is going to be the plastic lace eyelets, which it just has the one small one at the front, and then it has the larger one that comes up with this plastic panel up on the side of the shoe on the back. It is a translucent plastic. As you can see, the stitching holes through it over here, you can tell that it's transparent. And I do like that feature, it being a transparent instead of just solid white color. Moving on to the back, we have the back tab, which again, just like the lace eyelets, is a translucent plastic. And I really love this because you can see the exposed heel cup underneath this panel. I think that's really neat. You can see the innards of the shoe. Above this back tab, we can see the layer of leather coming apart around the ankle collar, and it's actually not stitched down. You can see the little dotted line, which is called the ghost stitching, because it's where the stitching line would be if it were actually stitched. This entire layer of suede around the whole ankle collar is not stitched in, and you can see that I can pull it back, and behind it is a layer of ripstop. I think that's really interesting and pretty cool that this entire layer is not stitched in, but it still stays up on the shoe because, of course, you have the laces tied. So it holds it in place from the front. It reminds me a lot of the Jordan 1, how the ankle collar isn't stitched down, but it gets held up anyway because you have the laces through it. Speaking of the laces, let's look at them and the tongue up on the front of the shoe. As you can see, I have the default beige laces in here to match the tone of the whole sneaker. And they have the signature shoelaces, in quotes, print on them, as all off-white sneakers come with them. Because how else would you know they're shoelaces, right? Looking at the tongue of the sneaker, if I pull it down, you can see that mesh netting, which is underneath the laces on the whole tongue, to add a little bit extra breathability, a little comfort. But of course, it being a Jordan 4 tongue, it pops up and we can see the big embroidered patch up on the top, which is actually underneath another layer of translucent ripstop. Looking at the inside of the tongue, we can see the little patch that is embroidered there that says Air Jordan, just like any other pair of 4s. And also looking in there, you can see the little elastic straps that hold the tongue nice and centered on the sneaker. I really wish that was a standard feature with all Jordans, but unfortunately it's not on the 1s, which is super annoying. The good thing they didn't mess with that on this pair. Talking about the box, which I actually do have for these. I don't usually keep the box when I add a sneaker to my collection, but for these I had to keep them because of the cool, unique box. Let's take a look at it. As you can see, mine is fairly beat up. It's got some distressing all over the top and the corners and whatnot. But you can see the cutout holes, which have this little layer of plastic in them. There's 2 on the top and many more along the sides. Aside from that special detail, the box is standard with the black top and then the splatter cement print as the bottom of the box. The tag says Women's Air Jordan 4 Retro SP, sale, muslin, white, black. And of course, because it's a women's release, it'll have that size on the top, which is a 12.5 women's, which is an 11 men's, and that's my size. Also included in the box is the off-white paper, which is clear plastic, and printed on it is the Jordan Jumpman logo, very big in the middle, and then dotted all around it in a pattern is this little design. Also included in the box are the 3 sets of replacement laces, starting with white with black text. We've got mint green with black text, and we've got black with white text. Along with, of course, the beige laces with the black text that are already laced up in the sneakers. And now everyone's favorite part of the video, about comfort and sizing. These fit just like any other Jordan 4s, so get whatever size that is for you. For me, being a heavier guy with wider feet, I need to get a half size up, but get whatever your standard size is, whether that be a half size up or your true to size. Regarding comfort, they generally feel the same as the other 4s that I have, which is not absurdly comfortable, but definitely not bad. They're easily slip-onable because of the heel tab and the long tongue. So if you wear them decently loose, you can easily slip them on because of their mid-top cut, which I do like. The comfort of the sole underneath is very good, as are other Jordan 4s. I still do slip a pair of my comfy insoles in there, but in comparison to Jordan 1s especially, they're much more comfortable. They actually have support underneath your feet. That's everything there is to talk about these sale off-white Air Jordan 4s. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.